Board of Trustees of the Minnesota State Colleges and Universities has named a new president of South Central College. Dr. Ritu Raju will serve as the next president of the college. She has 2 decades of higher education experience in both administration and teaching. She is currently president and CEO at Gateway Technical College in Wisconsin. She'll start at SCC July 1st. Raju was one of 4 finalists for the job to replace Dr. Annette Parker, who announced her retirement last fall. South Central College has a campus in North Mankato and Faribault.